Your return is much appreciated by the CoinSeries channel. Maintaining its place as one of the top 10 cryptocurrencies by market cap will require XRP to attain some astronomically high figures this market cycle. That is, if other cryptocurrencies, like as Ethereum, continue their current trajectory and Bitcoin actually reaches a new all-time high. Indeed, that is why I would like to bring your attention to the following article published in the Daily Huddle by the seasoned hedge fund manager Mark Yesko, theorizing and pricing at $15,000 soon. The following is the timetable. This is not something I want to bring up because we are extremely excited about Ethereum. For some of you, I may even hold it. It has been in my possession since 2017. I find it slightly intriguing. What makes this topic even more noteworthy is the historical correlation between XRP and ETH'S market cap. What do you think the future holds for XRP, considering this possible amount of ETH? Sure, I can provide you with the results, because I have performed the math. Before we go any further, I want to make it clear that I am not offering financial advice and that I am not financially supported in any way. Furthermore, you should not rely on my written or spoken words while making any financial decisions. I simply enjoy making videos on YouTube and am a crypto fan. In other words, just for fun and enjoyment. As I am recording this video, the price of XRP is 54 cents, Bitcoin is $51,747, and the market cap is slightly over $3,000. The market has been trending upward for much of the last day, according to the 72 out of 100 Crypto Fear and Greed Index, which updates every 24 hours. The next update to the index is expected soon. I would guess it will be about the same amount or slightly more. It will be interesting to see where it ends up. However, enough small talk, now let's get down to brass tacks. People who have been following the cryptocurrency space for any length of time know that XRP has finished second 3 times. No idea how many times, but it's definitely happened. Look at that. This becomes even more apparent when looking back at the years 2017 and 2018. Jump on the bandwagon. Yes, although it was the last to run, XRP left everyone smiling. This is a noteworthy development because the market caps of Ethereum and XRP are at their highest heights. These things did not happen at the same time. On the other hand, the sum was almost identical. We obviously failed to notice that during the last market cycle, thus it is imperative that you investigate this. Nevertheless, outside forces conspired to con us throughout the last market cycle. The last market cycle anticipated its occurrence, but XRP might be playing catch-up. Having said that, it's really fantastic. Even if XRP fails to hit its all-time high, it will still require a considerable amount of time to recover from its present setback, as you will see as I proceed through this. But that is just speculation. Nothing I'm saying will happen even comes close to that. Even if it isn't mandated to, it nevertheless deviates considerably from the expected death trajectory due to this particular. According to the hedge fund veteran you mentioned, XRP doesn't need to hit that level if this happens for real. In a perfect world, ETH and XRP would fight it out for that ranking. Maybe it really happens. Maybe it really happens. Whatever the case may be, I am only making the assertion. Regardless of the bar level, XRP's price will continue to surge if the crypto market is truly a rising tide that lifts all boats. But I am still dubious, because I have not seen any proof that the asset class follows the market exactly. For what it's worth, here is the peace document. Morgan Creek Capital's CEO and founder, Mark Yesko, claims that the price of Ethereum might go into the 5 figures. Yesko recently told Altcoin Daily that the Ethereum to Bitcoin ratio would lead to a 410% increase in the price of ETH if Bitcoin reached $150,000. I should add that most analysts predict Bitcoin will hit a new all-time high, but a small minority doesn't see it happening this year or even next. It will take just another 20% increase in price for Bitcoin to reach $150,000. So, even if it starts to hit new all-time highs and hits price discovery $150,000, I still don't know where it will end up. So, if we see that kind of thing, It's not totally out of the question that Bitcoin might accomplish such. There has been a rising tendency in market volatility. The fact that Bitcoin to Ethereum was formerly almost exactly 10 to 1 is, nonetheless, something that has been there for a long, so I don't see any need to dispute it. We have his quote here. If Bitcoin were $20,000, your target would be $2,000. So, if Bitcoin does indeed hit $150,000, as I expect it will, and if we don't see a. For the sake of argument, let's say the Ethereum ratio is 1.5 instead of 10 to 1. Therefore, the current market price for Ethereum is $10,000. I get the impression that a lot of people keep that figure in their heads. At that time, the price of Ethereum would be $15,000, and many would still claim that it is still inadequate even if it returns to its original 10 to 1 ratio. Thus, it's safe to assume that it will be close to $10,000.15 grand on this planet. The previous cycle's record high was $4,861, as stated previously in this video, and the current ETH price is just over $3,000. According to Mark Yesko, this means that ETH might potentially increase threefold. Permit me to perform the math on what could happen if this event came to fruition. The market capitalization stands at $1.7 trillion, with a share price of $15,000. This is higher than Bitcoin's market cap during its highest point, so bear that in mind. But if $15,000 is going to be reached, it's not out of the question that Bitcoin will hit a new all-time high with a far bigger market worth. Just for a second, let's pretend that Mark is right and Bitcoin does indeed hit $150,000. It would result in a $2.9 trillion market valuation for Bitcoin. The market value of $2.9 trillion in Bitcoin would be $150,000 in this scenario, and $1.7 trillion at $15,000. The figures do not seem to be excessive, therefore I will say them again. From one end to the other, Bitcoin is growing at a rate of 2 times the rate of ETH, which is 3 times higher. It makes no difference that when it comes to predicting future prices, all I'm doing is playing with small hypotheticals. To you, it appears to be reasonable. When you think about what this means for XRP, I don't think it sounds ludicrous regardless of whether your bar is higher or lower. For XRP specifically, a price of $10 would be a massive boost, almost a 20-fold increase from its current level, which is just below that figure. Almost a 20-fold increase? The end outcome would be a market capitalization of $540 billion. The figures are starting to add up: $2.9 trillion for Bitcoin, $1.7 trillion for Ethereum, and $10 for XRP. Yeah, it's pretty tiny. Your request is reasonable. What I mean is that, it can feel impossible when individuals are disappointed and we haven't seen big gains. You can observe the XRP BTC graph at the same time. It looks terrible, really. By comparison, this is really problematic. Years have gone by. Yeah. But that's a really normal occurrence, it happens in that form every few years. Considering how out of the question it seems, I think it's totally doable. In fact, I think it's highly probable. And keep in mind that the ETH'S peaked at around $500 billion during the last market cycle. I'll have to do some quick math, but it was certainly close to that. In my opinion, that's very much right. You stated XRP matching ETH'S at the prior market cycle's apex. This is where things start to get interesting, but I'm not convinced it will occur if they resume trading side by side. My confidence in predicting the rise of any cryptocurrency's price, including XRP, decreases the more I think about it. My self-assurance diminishes in proportion to the magnitude of the request since it is more substantial. After that, it's only natural, isn't it? Having said that, I still think it's not crazy. When comparing XRP to ETH, the two are virtually same. Similar to how XRP follows this market cycle, these factors will converge on market capitalization at some point. There's nothing particularly unusual about that. My guess is that it won't happen. Nevertheless, I totally get it. That kind of intensity is something that many others believe is within the realm of possibility. For the simple reason that nothing will really happen if we assume a market value of $1.7 trillion and the market cycle ends at 15,000, for example. If XRP were to reach $30 during this market cycle, it would indicate that this is indeed the case. In my opinion, that is not insane. In previous years, such as 2017 and 2018, it has happened during peak years. They are well aware of that, as you can see by looking at ETH and XRP's all-time highs. It's near where they work. Given the state of the market, the possibility that this could occur is definitely not out of the question. After then, the markets merely mimic it. Everyone thought Bitcoin was dead a year ago, yet it seems like Bitcoin always finds a way to survive. The Ethereum community was a bit snippy, but not quite as much as the XRP community or members of other communities, such as Filecoin, HBAR Flare, or even Select a Currency Kid. The theory behind Ethereum has been sluggish to catch up, though. There have been negative feelings in several communities. The XRP community is the one that this will hurt the most, in my view. However, such is the typical course of events prior to a positive turnaround. In any event, Bitcoin is now spearheading the eastward drive with XRP at 54.8 cents. It is merely mirroring the movement of the SP. This fact becomes clear when one magnifies a chart. As a result, we can say with some degree of certainty that the present price of XRP is lower than it would have been if the SEC measures had been implemented. Yes, it's safe to say that development activity was likely lower than it actually was during that time. Whether or not this was attributed to a lack of personal funds or institutional investments is anyone's guess. Repairing the damage will require some time, but it is certainly possible. Moreover, it seems that this is indeed the case. And that is the beauty of it. Remarkably, during its entire existence, XRP remained one of the top 10 cryptocurrencies. By market cap, it is now ranked 6th as of today. That is really interesting material. This means that a much higher price for XRP is not totally out of the question. Now, obviously, I will be less hopeful that anything remarkable will happen this market cycle, aside from XRP, if the small number of analysts who think Bitcoin won't hit an all-time high are right. Even with that, there is no guarantee. If XRP simply keeps flowing, it's impossible to tell. Views expressed by you. Your support in the form of a like or subscribe would mean a lot to me, and I welcome your feedback in the form of a remark below. Finally, goodbye is coming up soon.